Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Off play action. Stanford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Dang, it make me shoot slow.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Stanford. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down. Stanford. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. First down, Merritt. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Harris running straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Stanford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Stanford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And some room to work. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles at 5-4 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count and make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side, holding just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Yates. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Yates. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice?
And now off to the races down the right side. Najee Harris and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. They run out of the gun with Swift. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Hey, 73.
They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. That'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. And here's Rodgers on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once again, it's Swift. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
DeAndre Swift, touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And now they'll shift things around. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanford. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a give right side. Merritt. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on first down. Stanford dancing to his left. Complete to Washington. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Stanford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Steps away. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Looking to throw. Stanford escaping the pressure right. This is caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Back to throw. Stanford. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 5-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Stanford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves. There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And the pressure gets to him again. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
110 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all. Understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 14. And the Steelers first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds Pickens outright. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of